Do you want more information about what it means to be an INFP? If so, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what the 4 letters that make up INFP mean, and we're going to hit on some of the natural strengths and blind spots of INFPs, and we're going to do it all in about 5 minutes, so stick around. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jane Jackson. I'm the co-founder and president of Willow Training and Professional Development, and I love MBTI. I've been using it with my clients for well over a decade, and I find it to be so helpful and relevant to almost everyone. So today we're going to take some time and really look into what it means to be an INFP, and we're going to do it as quickly as we possibly can because I know you've got a lot of other things you've got going on in your life. So let's get started. INFP, introvert, intuitive, feeler, perceiver. Introverts tend to be pretty private and contained. They process things in their head before they want to share it. So they're not likely to process their ideas out loud with you, and they gain their energy from time alone and time to process and think through their ideas. Intuitives, all about the big picture. They love options and possibilities. They're not great at seeing or remembering the details of things, and they're very future focused. Feelers make their decisions based on their value system and based on the people who will be impacted by their decisions. They're all about building and creating harmony with others, and they can sometimes struggle with telling people bad news or giving them a no to a question. So feelers tend to be kind of people pleasers. All right, finally, perceivers. Perceivers are all about being spontaneous and flexible and adaptable. They don't like making a lot of plans because plans feel very confining to perceivers. And perceivers like to gather information as long as they possibly can before they make a decision. So sometimes it can look to other people like they're procrastinators. Okay. If you're an INFP, those 4 letters and the descriptions of those probably felt like you, but just like every other type, INFPs are more than the sum of just their 4 individual letters. So let's talk some more about INFPs and their natural strengths and some of their natural blind spots as well. INFP strengths. INFPs are very idealistic. They're probably the most idealistic of all of the 16 types, and because of that, one of their strengths is really trying to live into that idealism. INFPs work hard to try to make the world a better place. They want to make the world more equitable and more fair, and they really want to do that for everyone. They have that very big picture kind of focus, so they're looking at what they can do to fix the world and help it to become closer to that idealistic vision that they have in their minds. They tend to be sensitive, introspective, and complex people. They think deep thoughts, they have deep feelings, and they don't typically like to share those with very many people. So if you make it into the inner circle of an INFP, you should feel very, very privileged because it takes a lot for them to trust people enough to share all of that with them. Finally, INFPs are very sensitive, caring people who are loyal to their ideas, and they like to live their lives based on their own terms. So that gets me to the blind spots of INFPs. So for INFPs, I think if you're an INFP, you probably see yourself as pretty flexible and adaptable. But one of the blind spots that INFPs have is that as soon as somebody or something violates one of their values, that flexibility goes right out the window. And I think INFPs sometimes don't really recognize that about themselves. Also, because INFPs are so caught up in that idealism, they often are crushed time and time again by the realities of the world and the realities of people really letting them down, and that's a big blind spot. And finally, because INFPs are really focused on those options and possibilities and on the future, they tend to struggle a little with actually completing tasks and being focused on doing the work that they've been thinking about in their heads. Okay, that's INFP in a nutshell. I hope it was helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos on type, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because that's what we talk about on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.